Let's talk about Social Security death benefits. Basically, is your family protected if something happens to you. All right. My name is Ed Weir. I'm a former manager of the Social Security Administration. I've helped hundreds of thousands of people throughout the country over my decades working inside Social Security with all things retirement, disability, survivor benefits, lump sum death payment, Medicare, Medicaid. So if you have any questions, let's make sure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. Give me a call. My help is always free. Okay, so survivor benefits. You're married, something happens to one of you. What's going to happen to the other? What will the other person receive? Well, if you're currently married living together, then unfortunately, the $255, the lump sum death payment. I've issued hundreds of thousands of those, and I don't think anybody has ever been happy to receive the $255. It's been the same since the 1950s. It's pretty embarrassing. I don't know why Social Security still does that, but hey, I guess $255 is $255. Okay, but what about monthly benefits? Okay, let's say you have a husband and wife, and let's say the husband is the major bread earner, and that person was receiving, let's say, $2,000, and the wife was receiving $1,000. So one spouse was receiving $2,000, the other spouse was receiving $1,000. If the $2,000 spouse passes away, what will happen is the survivor will, depending on how old that person is, if the survivor is past their full retirement age, they will get that full benefit. So they'll get the $2,000. They won't get both. So before the person passed away, a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people miss this and they plan inappropriately for all the money to continue. They think $3,000, if one spouse passes away, they'll still get $3,000. That's not the case, unfortunately. If the $2,000 spouse passes away, the survivor will get $2,000, and essentially that person's benefits will stop. It's actually it's called a dually entitled. They get their $1,000 plus an extra $1,000. So it's bureaucratic accounting thing. But essentially, the $2,000 spouse passes away, and the surviving spouse will only get $2,000 coming into the house, not $3,000, $2,000. Okay, I want to make that abundantly clear because unfortunately, I get calls every day from people that were planning on having the $3,000 continue, and it just didn't. So, have to make sure you plan accordingly. If it was reversed and the person received $1,000 passes away, then the other spouse would not receive anything because their benefit amount is higher, it's $2,000. So unfortunately, nothing other than the $255 lump sum death payment that will still be paid. If you are the spouse, so the $1,000 spouse was receiving benefits on the other spouse, then you actually don't have to do anything. That is automatically converted to surviving spouse benefits. So if you're a spouse and you're already receiving benefits from your current spouse and that spouse passes away, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to Social Security. You don't have to call. Usually just wait a few weeks. The Social Security has teamed up with state agencies throughout the country and funeral homes and coroners. They automatically report the passing of individuals to the state agency, and the state agency reports that to the Social Security Administration, and that's how the benefits stop so quickly. And that's another note. A person has to be alive for the entire month. So if there's 30 days in the month and the person passes away on the 29th, unfortunately, the next month benefit is they're not entitled to that benefit. Social Security always pays if the January check comes in February, the February check comes in March, right? So the person has to be alive the entire month. the Social Security check will probably still arrive the next month. Just go ahead and just leave it in the bank. The Department of Treasury will automatically go in there and grab it and take it out. If you accidentally take it out or whatever the case may be, then Social Security Administration will send you a nice little letter that says, we overpaid you, give us back our money. So there's that. If there are any children that are under 18 years old or that became disabled before the age of 22, they will be able to receive benefits. So in that case, you call the Social Security Administration, set up an appointment, and they can give you a call and take a claim for survivor benefits. And the child will receive benefits until they're 18 years old. Then it automatically kind of shuts off. If they're still in high school, they can continue until they graduate high school, or 19 in a few months. Again, if they are disabled before the age of 22, then you need to file a disabled adult child claim. You need to file a disability claim to get those benefits to convert to disability survivor benefits. Okay. And there's also what's called a family max. There's a maximum amount you can receive from one particular record. And there's also benefits called auxiliary child and care benefits, or survivor child and care benefits, that the remaining parent can possibly get benefits if they're taking care of the child under the age of 16 or disabled. I've got a video on that. Again, all of this is, yes, your eyes are probably glassing over. There's exceptions to the exceptions to the exceptions with all things Social Security. Give me a call and we can walk you through the entire program and make sure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. If you want to prepare for the inevitable, for when you shuffle off your mortal coil and you want to leave a little bit extra for your surviving spouse or your children or something like that, give me a call. Help you find what's called a burial insurance or final expense. And that way it covers your burial, cover any medical debt, any credit card debt, anything like that. I've actually had people, again, I've taken tens of thousands of survivor claims, and so I know what companies kind of pay and what companies kind of give people a hard time at that very critical time. So I can find a company that will take care of you. But I've had people, they were good in terms of, yeah, oh yeah, I've all my credit cards are paid off. My wife's got some money and stuff like that, and so my husband's got some money, but they get a kind of a life insurance, and for their family, it was like $5, $10, $20,000, and they put it in their will that says, okay, this is going to be used for all my sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles to, when I pass away, I want them all to go to Hawaii and enjoy this, final hoorah on me and stuff. So it's interesting how some people use that final expense life insurance. So give me a call and we can kick those numbers around, see how much we can find for you. And again, if you have any questions on all things Social Security, Medicare, the Affordable Care Act, health insurance, make sure you give me a call. My help is always free. Have a beautiful day.